So we've all been told, don't try to get into a relationship. Work on yourself, work on yourself, work on yourself. We've done all the self-work. What now? Because I tried the hands-off approach in 2023. You can go listen to my first episode here where I said I was going to be chill and easy about it. That didn't work out very well for me. So this year we're on business. We're standing on business.
I saw him first. He is all mine. You can't have him. No, I saw him first. I saw him first.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast, and if you're watching on YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your host Angie. Thank you for the love so far. I really appreciate it. I've been seeing the love and I love it. I love it. I love it. No rambling, no faffing around. Let's get straight into it. It's the end of the year now. This is my final podcast for 2023. And as we go into 2024, here are 3 things that you're going to do to prepare for your relationship. The one that you're aiming to get into in 2024. The one that you're manifesting in 2024. How to prepare for a healthy relationship, number 1. Now, I know you've done all the healing, you've done all the work, but you need to ask yourself this. Are you truly healed? Or are you just not getting triggered at the moment? Say that again to yourself. Am I truly healed right now? Or is it just the absence of any triggers that makes me think that I am healed? Is it just the fact that there's no one bothering me right now? There's no one triggering me. And just for that reason, you think I've done all the work. I'm healed. I'm fine. No more trauma. Girl, think again. Think again. Are you emotionally sound? Are you living a clean slate for your new partner to walk into? I thought that I've done all the inner work, spent all the time with myself, enough so that I don't need a man to be texting me every hour, that I don't need that update throughout the day. I thought I had done all this work. I've been single for 1.5 years and I took a long time to just enjoy my own presence, go out with myself, all of the good stuff that I've talked about in my past episodes. I'm going to link one up here. And it wasn't until I went out with someone or was going out with someone for a couple of months that I started to get annoyed when it would take this guy hours to respond to me. And I had to check myself in that moment. I'm like, I thought it was past all of this. I thought I didn't need someone to respond to me every 2 hours. I thought I didn't need someone to be chatting to throughout the day. And that doesn't mean that what I want is inherently bad. That doesn't mean that wanting or craving that, connection throughout the day is a bad thing. No, but I found that the kind of men that I want, the kind of attributes that I want in my man, the kind of traits that I want in my man, is not the kind of man that will text me throughout the day. He's busy with his life. He's busy with his friends. He's busy with his career. He's busy with his thing. So in that moment, I was like, okay, so I'm not completely over it. I'm not completely, fine with waiting 10 hours for a text. And in that moment, I had to recalibrate and think, okay, I'm actually fine. Breathe in, breathe out. Everything's actually okay right now. Why am I bugging? Just go do something, Angie. Go do something. You know what I mean? Self-sufficiency is a huge part of being emotionally sound. Self-sufficiency is important. It's imperative when you're trying to get in a new relationship. Because you can't pour out from an empty cup. No. You need to fill your cup before you can pour out of that cup to give to someone else. Fill your heart, fill your soul, fill your life with what it needs. Things you love, people who love you, so that your partner doesn't have to be your everything. I think it was the series You, the first season, where, the old everything ship. There was that line about you're my everything ship.
Everything ship. Oh, I love that. It's like a word. Everything ship. A noun.
A meeting of the minds, bodies, and souls.
No, your partner shouldn't be your everything ship. And in order to prevent that from happening, you have to practice and prepare to be self-sufficient. Prepare to not need constant communication throughout the day. Now, constant is not the same as consistent. What you want is consistent communication. Someone that shows up every day, says hi every day, is in communication with you, whether morning or night, makes it clear that he's interested and he wants to be with you. But what we're not going to crave, or what we're not going to go crazy about, is texting every hour. I didn't realize this was a huge thing until I listened to a bunch of podcasts and people will say, why hasn't he responded to me for an hour? What's he doing that he's not responding for an hour? At least he's going to take a coffee break or a toilet break, and in that 5 minutes of him taking a toilet break, he should respond to my message. No. Girl, bye. Okay? So the first thing you need to do to prepare for your relationship in 2024 is to ask yourself if you're emotionally sound, if you're self-sufficient, if you've worked on the baggage, if you worked on your insecurities, all the things that make you act kind of crazy. I don't want to call women crazy, but kind of crazy in a relationship. Make sure that you've gotten that out of the way. Start preparing now. Start preparing now. Get your life together in a way that it's just filled and packed with things that you enjoy, things that keep you busy, things that fulfill your life and make you just happy. So that when you have that partner, you still have a life, you still have joy, you still have all those fun things. And then together, ooh, it's just holly, jolly, and merry. Okay? Holly, jolly, and merry. That's the theme for 2024. Number 2, communication skills. You've heard it before, you're going to hear it again. A lot of women, including me, can be passive aggressive. We're expecting our partners to know what we're thinking, okay? We're mad. We're not going to say we're mad. We're just going to be quiet. We're going to give them the silent treatment. No. Girl, you need to grow up, okay? You need to grow up and start acting your age. And start acting mature. Don't just say I'm mature for my age. Act like it. Act like it. Stop the passive aggressiveness. If you're mad, say it. If you want something, say it. If you don't want something, say it. You need to start working on your communication skills now. If you need to make up scenarios in your head, start doing it now. If you need to start practicing how you communicate with your partner, soften your tone, no yelling, be clear and concise, say it verbatim what you need. Don't beat around the bush. If you want him to buy you flowers, say, I want you to buy me flowers every other week or something like that. Just say what you want. Practice effective and clear communication. If you don't want a casual relationship, if you're looking for a meaningful relationship, make that clear on the first date. I know a lot of people shy away from it, but we're not wasting time in 2024. Oh, no. If you don't want to say relationship verbatim because that might scare the man away, just tell him I want something meaningful. I don't want to spend my time, my effort, my energy, my space, my peace with someone that is just temporary and will just come and go whenever they want and is not equally as invested. No. Tell them exactly what you want. Be clear in your communication. Don't try and just, bend yourself and bend the twist to what he wants. No. Make it clear. Make it very clear what you want. And if you're a man listening, tell the girl what you want. If you want to be in a relationship, if you want to be exclusive, let it be clear. If you don't want her to see someone else, if you're starting to catch the feels, let it be clear. Let it be known. Be clear about what you want. And when you get into that relationship, once you're actually exclusive, continue to communicate throughout the relationship. The number one cause of divorce presently is a lack of commitment. Okay? So if you're not making it clear that is what you're chasing very early on, if you're not communicating that you want commitment, you're not even going to get to the marriage part. Talk less of the divorce, okay? You're not even making the first step. You're not even getting down. You're not getting to the aisle. Talk less of walking down the aisle, okay? So you need to make it clear. And don't just communicate to communicate. You need to practice active listening as well. Don't just talk and say your own bit and not be prepared to hear them out. Don't just talk and ramble on for an hour and not be prepared to get it back. You need to know how to listen when someone talks. Don't just listen to reply. Don't just listen to respond. A lot of people do this, including me. Once I'm done saying what I want to say, my mind is already like gone. Okay, I'm not like prepared to listen and actually hear back what they have to tell me too. I'm just giving them feedback, but I'm not waiting or patient enough for them to give me their feedback and to hear them out. Try and hear what they're saying. Communication goes both ways. The third and final thing you need to do to prepare for a relationship in 2024 is learn how to fight. No, not in the Mortal Kombat kind of way, not in the GTA kind of way. We're not talking wrestling or taekwondo or, whatever. We're not talking all that karate shit. No. Learn how to fight. And this follows up nicely from the communication skills, because you need to learn to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Learning how to fight is an essential part of a real relationship. You see the honeymoon phase where no one's saying anything, no one's speaking up, no one's saying their mind, no one wants to get on anyone's toes, no one wants to step on anyone's toes. That does not happen in a real relationship. In a real relationship, there is conflict. So you say you want a man, but are you ready to fight a man? Are you ready to let the peace and quiet that you have right now go? Are you actually ready to let that peace and quiet go? Are you sure? Are you sure you're ready to invite someone into your space for them to trigger you, for them to get on your nerves? And if you say yes, do you know how to fight? In a way that you're not just trying to prove a point, you're not just trying to justify your actions. Even if you think, even if you know that everything you're saying is true, is right, that's not the point. You're not fighting them, you're fighting the problem, you're fighting the issue, you're fighting the situation that you're in now, because you're trying to get out of that. You're trying to make yourself clear, you're trying to tell them who you are. Essentially, why do we fight? We're trying to prove a point, yes, but we're also trying to let this person know that this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, this is what I accept, this is what I won't accept. When we fight, we're actually trying to communicate something. Now, you need to know how to do that in a way that doesn't make the other person get defensive, in a way that's not rude to them. One of my New Year resolutions is going to be a little bit softer, a little bit quieter. I'm going to try and yell less. And I don't really yell at men. I yell at my sister a lot. When we fight, I be yelling. Okay, I be yelling. And I'm going to try and stop that. You need to learn how to fight. Besides the yelling, are you paying attention to your partner's needs? Are you ready to hear them out? I once dated someone who said to me, I'm not going to say I'm sorry because I'm not sorry. What? I couldn't believe my ears. I've never had anyone say that to me before. It's like, I don't think I did anything wrong. And because of that, I'm not sorry. I'm not saying I'm sorry because I'm not sorry for anything. And I was like, what do you mean you can't say sorry because you're not sorry? I don't understand that. You clearly don't like me. And that did it for me. I couldn't see myself being in a relationship with someone that, just for the mere fact that I am mad about something, that I am irritated about something, that I feel wronged by you, that's enough ground for you to apologize to me for hurting my feelings, whether or not you did it on purpose, whether or not you see where you're wrong. When you truly like someone, when you truly love someone, when you truly care about someone the way that you say that you do, you will hear them out and you apologize to them. How hard is it to say I'm sorry? Sometimes you don't even have to mean it, okay? But it's important to the other person to hear that. It's important to them to know that you feel bad for making them feel bad. You feel bad for hurting their feelings, and you're actually trying to make amends. When you say to someone, I'm not going to say I'm sorry because I'm not sorry. If there's anyone out there that has that same mentality, that is the most immature thing I've ever heard. It doesn't hurt you. It takes nothing. It takes nothing from you. In fact, it says more about the immaturity of your character to say that you're not sorry. It speaks more volume. It's weak. It's really very, very subpar quality in a person to say that I'm not going to say I'm sorry because I'm not sorry. You should want to apologize to them. You should want your partner to feel good. So if you don't know how to fight, if you don't know how to listen, start working on it now. Back to what I said about communication. You need to start fighting with yourself. Look in the mirror, pretend your partner is right there and fight with them. Fight with your partner now. Make up scenarios. Go on Google and say reasons why couples fight. Start practicing now. Start practicing your first fight, your second fight, your third fight. Start practicing fights about money. Start practicing fights about girls. Start practicing fights about whether or not it's calling you on time. Start practicing fights about whatever it is that couples fight about. Start practicing now. You want to make sure you get out of the way. If it takes you writing down, creating a template, printing it out and keeping it in your wardrobe, just ready for you to go and look through it when it actually happens in real life, then do it. If it really takes you recording yourself, practicing your fights, preparing, just leave it there in your phone, in your recordings. Just leave it there for when you actually need it. Just pick it out of your back pocket and be like, okay, so this is what I'm going to say, this is what I'm not going to say. Prepare now so that when you actually get into it, it's easy breezy, lemon squeezy, holly, merry and jolly. That's what we want. That's the theme for 2024. So to recap, are you emotionally sound? Are you emotionally stable? Have you checked for your triggers? Are you self-sufficient? Make sure to tick that off first. Number 2. Clear communication. Do you know how to communicate your needs? Are you shy to communicate your needs? Are you scared to say what you want and what you don't want? Don't do that here, okay? And then finally, do you know how to fight? Do you know how to fight to get what you want? Like, we're women, use your femininity, blink the eyelashes a little bit, smile a little bit, do the little cutesy voice. If you've listened to our podcast for a while, you know I'm obsessed with Korean drama. I'm obsessed with K-dramas, and the women have this thing about them. They're very much in the feminine, and they just do like, oppa. Oppa just means like babe, chagya, like babe, you need to practice that soft voice. You need to practice that, like, I guess it's baby voice, which some people find very annoying, but whatever it takes, okay? Whatever it takes to keep that relationship that you've been waiting and working so hard for, okay? What's wrong with being a little cutesy once in a while, but like, babe, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm so ashamed. But you can do it. I believe in you. And if you're thinking, wait a minute, I actually haven't done any work on myself, but I say I want a relationship, then you've missed a big step. You've jumped a little bit too much too forward. So what you need to do is retract a little bit and go and watch the video that I would link right here on the reasons why you're single and what you can do about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again in the new year.